I am the oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our lives designed. I am the oracle Apollo.
Thank you for joining me, your Aquarius water-bearing hostess, Dominique Rivera, and you are watching Divine Encounters. Of course, I am the Oracle of Apollo, and I'm so happy to have you here today. But before we get into what we're doing, go ahead and make sure you have your high-quality H2O, because while you have this experience with me and participate fully, you are going to have the ability to shift your energy. So you want to make sure that you definitely have your water with you today. And to your health, wealth, and prosperity, it is Wednesday night, guys, and you know that means today is supernatural story time, and we're going to be bringing on a beautiful guest today. Her name is Lisa Harrison, and she's going to be talking about all the beautiful experiences that she has discovered through her journey, and she's going to be sharing all of that with us today. So make sure that if this is your first time witnessing the show, that you like and subscribe. That way, when that little bell turns on and it goes bing bing, you'll know I'm there and you can join me here. As well as feel free to join my group, meetup.com/awakened Philadelphia. In this group, I provide you guys with tools and meditations, offer free, of course. And every week, you have the opportunity to be a winner right here on Divine Encounters. Yes, I said that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And you can win an angel blessing from me personally. And all you have to do is share the blessing. And if you share the blessing, in turn, universe will bless you as well. All right. So without further ado, today we're going to go through ups and downs and left and right and up and down and everywhere. And hopefully open your eye, open your mind, and maybe even make the impossible seem possible. Lisa!
Hi.
You're here. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
You look absolutely radiant with the blue hair. Blue hair don't care day.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So why don't you tell the folks at home a little bit about who you are and a little bit about yourself. All that fantasticness that you are.
My name's Lisa Harrison. I'm a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing about 30 years. I left when I was in my 20s. I'm from California. And I left and I was on the East Coast in Pennsylvania for probably about 27 years. And now I am back in California.
Fantastic. And I have been to California, just not to visit you. Hopefully one day soon, though.
You will.
Yes.
Yes.
I know I got a home away from home there, girl.
Yeah. I've seen it.
You've seen it. And Lisa, what would you say your abilities entail?
I'm not really sure because I've been learning a lot about these. I've learned a lot from you. I hear things, I see things. I call a messenger. I don't know the technical terms: clairvoyant, clairaudio, intuition. Like I don't know. When I'm tattooing,
technical terms don't matter in this world.
Yeah.
Just your experience.
For all that. Yeah. So, intuitive guidance. I like, I help people with intuitive guidance, I guess.
Nice. In a very special way because you're also a tattoo artist. So you're an alchemist, essentially bringing two different things into one.
A lot of it happens when I am tattooing, but I'm finding more so now that I've been practicing and taking classes myself that I can do it now without tattooing. Like I couldn't really control it before.
We're going to get into that for sure.
Okay.
And for all of you guys at home just tuning in, if this is your first time, the format of today's episode is Miss Lisa's going to give us her supernatural experiences. We're going to have the good news, which is a collective message. Also, I invite you to be fully present because it's not enough to just be passive. This is why this format has been created in such a way. It's for you to expand. We're also going to have a divine experience. We're going to send you energy clearing, and we're going to have the Apollo games to build your intuition. So before we get into anything else, to that I say, what's good? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the good news. The card we have today is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here in this great time of change. If you've ever felt unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You're also all of the lifetimes that have come before you. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put it all together, all of the fingerprints of all of the people that you have ever been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you actually are. You came in with a clear soul path. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward. This is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. That is an extremely powerful message. Wow. Okay, Lisa, what are your thoughts on this card today? The Age of Light. And for you guys at home, this question and the questions I ask Lisa, I'm asking you guys too. What are your thoughts on the Age of Light?
This really hits home for me, actually, because I really feel like I'm coming into my own, and I know what my purpose is. And for so long, I was so confused, and I know that I have guides, and I know that what I'm supposed to do, and accepting it and not being afraid to expose it any longer. I was kind of shy about things, which is really big for me. Coming on the show was, a huge thing. It was like a private thing I would do.
That is so funny that you're stating that, because this is the question I have for you and for everyone at home. How have you moved through the fear?
I'm doing that right now.
And how do you feel like you're accomplishing that? What does that look like to Lisa when she's moving through the fear?
I've learned in this past year really to just let go of it, to just kind of let it move through me like water. Where before I was so anal about everything, and it takes a lot of energy to be like that. And once you just let go of it, it's really just, there's so much freedom in that. There's so much freedom. And I feel joy now, instead of worrying about what's going to happen or what didn't happen or what happened in the past. It really just, my job is to feel joy and to help others.
Exactly. And I could not have said that better myself.
I truly believe that.
Your job is to be joy-filled, joyful,
yes.
Right? Full of joy. And for you guys at home, yes, let it go.
I get away from it.
Absolutely. And for you guys at home, how have you noticed you moving through fear? And these questions are posed for you guys. Hi, Sherry. These questions are posed for you guys too, because this is asking you to look objectively at your own life. This is a experience that we're having together here. So, Lisa, here's a second question. Which facet of you wants to shine?
I think the healer part in me. helping.
how is that knocking on your door? How is that
It's
presenting itself to you?
it's been knocking on my door for a really, really long time, and I don't know. It's almost like somebody going ding, 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 ding. And it's like I can't avoid it. Just go with it. And letting go of fear of doing that. Like at first you're worried about, oh God, is that the right answer? Oh, am I just making this up in my head? Oh God. But 9 times out of 10, I'm usually like, okay, I can't explain it, but it's like something I have to do. And sometimes, you don't want to be bothered, but
Yeah.
you had said something to me a long time ago, and I'm like, what do I call myself? You said, well, you're like the messenger. You can just drop the message off, and that's your job, and it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense to me, because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking for something because you just reminded me. You said the call. So I actually have this book next to me because I want to say what the meaning of a call is. Interesting. I felt like we had a conversation and we knew what we were going to talk about today,
Probably.
and we haven't. And we haven't. But it's right here. So let's go. So the call. For everybody at home wondering, what is the call when you're being called? It's a demand, a claim, a request or command to come or be present, an insistence of asking for something, the act of summoning or the summoning of his offspring from universe. And the universe, God, called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? So that's the example that they're giving. So, yeah, the call is the most direct means of communication between yourself and your higher power. Frequently used in an emergency. I'd say so. That's accurate.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
All right. So we have an activation here today. And the activation is going to basically be, you're going to place your hand on your heart. And this is in regards to the message that we just brought in today. So here we go. And if everyone could just repeat with this. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. And then just close your eyes and just notice your heart space. We'll just spend 5 seconds here and just notice what you're feeling as you invoke this energy in and call in all those powers of yourself to the forefront. How about you, Miss Lisa? Warm.
Feeling warm.
And you guys at home, what are you feeling? I'm feeling a lot of energy kind of just coming in. And I'm clearing. And we have Miss Sherry here today, and she's going to be joining us a little bit later, very soon, actually, when we get into the divine experience. And Lou says that she is now feeling calm. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that. And Elizabeth says, I can back your words up. You have been helping me for the last year. How sweet. And then Lori, it is always 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesdays and Sundays. And Sandra was also feeling warm. So a few warm. Nice. Very nice. So we're going to go into this experience called a divine experience for you guys at home. And you guys are going to be receiving energy for 1 minute. But before we jump into that, hello, Angelo. But before we jump into that, go ahead now and just notice within yourself, where are you at energetically, Lisa and everyone at home, from 1 to 10. 1 being this is the least amount of energy, 10 being the most. And then comment that in the comment section below. We're going to come right back after you guys put in your thoughts. And with this, I'm going to bring Sherry on. So I'm going to give her a second to come back. There we go. Sherry, I'm adding you on in 3, 2, 1. Hey, there you are, my sweetheart.
Hello, darling.
She is our week's winner. Congratulations.
Hi, Sherry.
Thank you. Hello.
And you
Hi.
guys can be a week's winner as long as you share with one person or comment below. And that's pretty much all you need to do is share the blessing. Cindy says she's a 4 today. Sandra says she's a 10 today. Lisa, where are you at energetically today?
I'm probably about an 8.
All right. And Sherry, what are you at?
About a 5 or 6.
All right. And Elizabeth is at a 4. Oh, and then you use the comments. Thank you for doing that. And you are at a 5 or 6. And Lori, she is at a 4. And I'm going to call in the team. And you guys, all you have to do is put your palms face up and allow yourself to receive for 1 minute and just be present. That's it. Don't judge and just be present. So here we go. I'm going to call on the team and we're going to come right back. Big breath in, eyes closed, 1 minute on the clock. Breathing in beautiful golden light, exhaling what no longer serves you. And just notice in your body where you're holding stress and take a nice natural breath into that space. And you can invite it to allow you to understand it. Maybe it wants attention, maybe it needs more love or affection. Just let your mind go blank, and whatever that first thought, initial thought is that comes in, that is that part of you requesting its medicine. Taking an exhale here. And then on the next inhale, intentionally breathing in light into that place with the energy of the thought that came in. The intention of shifting, moving, releasing, and bringing in energy, and exhaling one more time. And just noticing and thanking yourself for being present, fully present here, allowing yourself to receive and taking this time to make this moment for you, to elevate you, to sustain you, and to refill your cup. With that, bring your left and right palm to touch in front of your heart space, and I bow to you all. Namaste. And gently come back, guys. Make sure that you don't stand because you could be lightheaded, and that is okay. That's just energy moving through you. And Miss Lisa, starting with you, what did you feel and what is your number now?
I'm about a 4 now. I felt a lot of anxiety, and then I heard, just be yourself. It's going to be okay.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And Miss Sherry, where are you at now?
I am at a 8, actually. I heard be open to receive. So
That is exactly it, right? Just be open. We don't have to think about anything else, but just be open. We're willing, then it will happen for us. Okay, Miss Sherry, I'm going to pop you in the green room and we'll see you for the Apollo Games.
Okay, sounds good.
Okie dokie. All right, Lisa. So you have had an enormous adventure. We've known each other for quite a bunch of years, and we got to know each other through the synchronicity of the divine. So
Yes.
I'm just going to let you start wherever you want to naturally start.
Well, where should I start? God, there's so much. I always felt like somebody, like I had guides or something with me. My intuition, but I never knew what to really call it. And it wasn't until a boyfriend of mine I had a tattoo shop in Pennsylvania, and he killed himself. And some very strange things happened. And I met you shortly after that. And I don't know if I should say what happened, but it was crazy. It was crazy. So I kind of, like, it was building up. Like, I knew he wasn't going to be around long anymore. So I kind of was mentally disconnecting from him. And it was very strange. So the night that it happened, he had gone into my tattoo shop. It's raining really hard. And I remember thinking, the last thing he said to me was, "There is no tomorrow." And I remember thinking, I heard a pop because he had done it with my gun. And you would think that it would be real loud, but it wasn't really loud. And so what happened was, time's going by and I'm just getting this dredging feeling. Oh God, I got to go to my shop. And something just told me to go to the shop. I don't know what it is. And I didn't know that he had the key at the time. So I just remember the rain. And I'm standing out and I thought, well, I'll wait till the rain stops. And I decided to walk over, and I remember seeing a police officer there. And I remember it was a friend. And I remember thinking, oh, good, I'm glad he's here. And I unlocked the door of my shop, and I seen his bags behind the counter. And immediately I was mad. Like, how did he get in here? And I could hear drip, drip, drip. And I'm thinking, what is that? And as I walked down the hallway, it was like time stopped. It's the only way I can explain it. Time just completely slowed down. And I got to almost the point of where he was, and I looked up and I felt, I can't even, it was like a mist. It was like static. It was black, and it was moving like this. It was like a cloud hovering, and I'm looking up at it and I'm going, oh my, and I could feel it. And it was like, and I heard in my ear, don't look, this can come into you. And I had no idea what that meant at the time, but the only way that I could describe this was like the blackest, coldest, darkest, empty nothing, damp, and just like a void of nothing. And I continued to look up, and then it just disappeared. And so I walked 2 more steps. And because I heard that voice in my head say, don't look, this could happen to you, I kept my eyes down the floor, and I kind of grazed over, and there he was, slumped over, and I could see all the blood coming out. And I just said, oh my God. So I walked out and I went to the police officer. During the interview of the police officer with my friend, I kept going on and on about this black mist. Like, I was really fascinated by this. Like, that's all I could focus on was, what was this? Because it didn't really feel like him. And I just said, and I'm thinking like I'm crazy, but I know what I saw and I know what I felt. And nobody can tell me any different. And it was very strange. And so, yeah, that's how it started, pretty much. Shortly after that, I started looking up. I started Google photographing black mist,
Right.
and I came across a thing that was life after death. And it was some doctor saying that that it was the body chemicals or whatever coming out of you. I don't believe that. There's no way. He sat there for about 2.5 hours before I went over there. So there's no way it was body gases. And I just started researching it, and I came to the conclusion that it was a spirit attachment. I still believe that today.
I agree.
And yeah. And so somebody had said something to me about, spirit attachments, because they do a lot of ghost stuff at their home. And I didn't realize this because it was kind of quiet. Like, I didn't really tell anybody. I was a little bit in shock. And at that time, the boyfriend, he was visiting me. I was seeing him in my house constantly, and he lingered around for quite a while.
I remember.
Yeah. And that's about the time that I met you, because he had just killed himself. And I think, I knew your partner, and just through Facebook. And you really came at a time when I thought I was going crazy, because I could hear him talking to me. Now when I'm tattooing, I felt like I could see the dead people behind the person that I was tattooing. And I'm having full conversations with, my boyfriend that had passed over, and I'm going, oh my God, I'm going crazy. And, and I'm trying to keep it together for my employees and everything. And it just felt like I didn't know what was going on at the time. Now, I had intuitive, like you said, in the times of emergencies, I've had intuitive, like, no. So I had already learned that if I thought something bad was going to, I just stay away from it. Like, I learned to trust that pretty early on. It got me out of a lot of things, of my past. And and I had seen this coming. I didn't know what was coming, but I had seen, like, for instance, I had never taken my gun. I used to carry it at my shop all the time. Well, it burnt down. Okay, so we reopened someplace else, and I didn't carry it then. And I remember when I had met my boyfriend, I remember seeing the gun, and it was like I saw a flash, and the flash was, well, maybe I better move this gun,
Right.
And so I moved it, and nobody knew where it was. But it's little things like that,
Right.
And
Right.
I had a fire. Like, this is when I was like, okay. And, like, there's certain people that come into your life that just completely change everything. You are one of them for me. But also, I have a friend named Andrew. He used to have a Shama wellness center. And basically, when I had my fire, I remember going and looking for a place. And there was only one place left because nobody wanted to rent to a tattoo shop, right? And I remember actually walking up to the door and going, no, I'm getting a bad feeling. Anyway, it turned out that it was the last place. And it's funny. It's not funny, but basically the place wound up burning down. And I called it before it even happened. And,
Mm.
so at that time I got really scared of my own thoughts. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Like,
I think
this
that
is
can
not a
happen
cool.
to anyone who is experiencing this and then they have something they deem bad occur. So this creates
Yes.
distrust right here in the third eye, which creates blocks for us because it's like the
Okay.
intuition is harming us. But
Yes.
reality, it's not meant to harm us when we're experiencing these visuals of things we can't change. When my psyche first opened, and I was able to start predicting things on a global scale and then having confirmation and validation after, it was frightening, and I cried,
Yes.
because I said, universe, why would you show me something I can do nothing
Right.
about? And
Right.
that really shook me to my core. But
It's scary.
in learning that I can't do nothing about it, it's learning to accept my limitations as a human natural being, and then learning when to surrender that beingness to that force that is greater than me, who has shown me that I don't have to, nor am I capable of
Right.
doing it all by myself.
Good. That's
And
such a
in
good
my
point.
life, when I've seen this happen on my mundane scale, right, it has learned me how to prepare. When I knew my dog, Kitala, was going to die,
Yeah.
it was like it was preparing me and also telling me, we're showing you this so that we
Right.
know, and we're supporting you.
That's how I
That's
felt
why.
about. That's how I felt when
Mhm.
Ed had died, and the fire too. Like, I got really, really scared of my own thoughts. Like, I'm a Virgo, so I'm nervous. I'm a nervous person by nature, but I was scared. Like, sometimes when you're driving in the rain and you think, "Oh God, I don't want to get in an accident." Like, I didn't want to blur the two, if
Right.
that makes sense. And so, yeah, so I had a friend. I had actually gotten me and another boyfriend. We had gotten a massage at his center. It was called the Shama Center, in Westchester, and he just happened to come by right after that happened, and he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You don't remember me?" I said, "No." And he said, "You remember?" I said, "I gave you a massage." I said, "Oh, that's right, wheatgrass guy." That's what I called him. And he said, "Lisa," he said, "you see things. You don't have to be afraid of them." And I didn't. I thought, "What does he mean?" And he goes, "You know what I mean. You see things." And at the time, I was like, "Okay." And he said, "Listen." And at the time too, I was having a lot of back and neck problems from constantly tattooing,
Yeah.
and I wasn't putting two and two together. And basically, he said, "Do you want help?" Because he kept stopping by my shop. He said, "Let's." My wife wants a tattoo. He said, "Let's make a trade." I said, "That sounds great." He said, "Do you want a fufu massage or do you want help, real help?" And I said, "Okay." And so I started going to him, and I used to dread in the beginning because it was like, oh God, he was always telling me things that I really didn't want to hear, and I would be very defensive.
Sounds
Um,
like
and he
99% of
would.
my clients.
Right. And it was like, and then I remember like the first time he worked on me for probably about a good 2.5, 3 hours. And he says, "Okay, Lisa." And I didn't realize at the time that he was doing Reiki on me. All I saw was
Okay.
the wheatgrass guy who was doing this weird stuff with this thing. But at one, he was like, "If you get emotional, don't be." And I'm like, "Okay, Andrew, okay." And what
Okay.
happened is towards the end, he had told me, "You're going to get a flood of tears." And I thought, "Okay, Andrew, I'm fine. I'm a survivor. I'm fine." And basically, tears just started pouring out. And it was almost like I saw, you ever seen The Crypt Keeper? Like,
Yeah.
the Crypt Keeper, Tales of the Crypt. Swear to God.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like,
Tales of the
it
Crypt.
was like that little skull guy came up out of me and floated, and I'm pouring tears, and he goes over and he's got sage, and he opens up the window, and I looked at him, and I said, "Oh my God." He goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "You would not imagine what I just saw." And he goes,
Wow.
"Why do you think I opened up the window?" And so I started going with him, and he started showing
Was
me
that
and
the
teaching me
first
that.
time? Is that the first time you saw something while you were getting energy work? Is that your first energy work experience?
Yes, that was my first energy work experience, which I kind of went into with a
Okay.
sense of humor. I was in a lot of
Right.
pain back then, and I did not realize that the reason why I was having all of this pain was because when I'm tattooing, I'm taking on these people's energy because I want to
Right.
help. I'm a healer. I want to help. and it was weighing down, and he kept saying to me, and he drilled this in my head for a really long time before I actually got it. And he would do something with my heart chakra, and he would say, who have you been hanging out with? Lisa, you're so closed off. And then he would want to talk about, he would tell me stories, and he would want to talk about things that I really don't want to go back to, sexual abuse thing, and it's like, God, I just want to get this, done. And it really felt like work going into him, but I knew that I needed to get this done.
And it is work. And that's what people need to realize when you're
really
getting the healing done, that it's a process. It's not just like a one and done. You get one session and then everything's, hunky dory. Right. There's a understanding of your emotions and evolution. No one can do it for you. There's no shortcut. There's no McDonald's version of this. It's hard work, and it takes courage and discipline and yes, and the continuation of it, not just the one-time go. Wow.
Right. And go ahead. It took quite a while. It took probably about a year and a half of him saying this phrase to me, and I live by this now. Lisa, you have to have an even exchange of energies. I didn't understand what that meant at the time. So I had a client, her name was Maria. She is one of my favorite clients. But when she would come in, and she was such a lovely woman, but she was always sad when she would come in and get a tattoo because she wanted to shift the energy. I know that now, but I didn't know that then. So she would come in, and when she walked through the door, it was almost like a big rain. I could see, she reminded me of Eeyore. Like I could see a big rain cloud above her head. And It was like, she was so sad. It was.
When you say you could see a rain cloud above her head, are you talking like I proverbially could see it, or like my third eye could actually see it, or my physical eyes?
I guess my third eye. Like when she walked in my door, I could always see a rain cloud above her raining. And it reminded me of like Eeyore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was tattooer, and I didn't realize until Andrew pointed it out. He said, you need to start practicing putting a bubble around yourself, because
Absolutely.
You can't help everybody, and people say that all the time, but you got to help yourself before you help, but you can't help it. You can't help it. And basically he taught me he explained it like a window. He said, you've got your window open all the time. You're absorbing all of this energy. And this is why your neck is hurting. This is why your lower back is hurting. And you can't walk after you tattoo this woman. So the next time she came in, he said, and he taught me about mantras. He said, just say this mantra. I know, Andrew, I got to have an even exchange of energies. Okay. He told me this for about a year and a half before I actually put it into practice. Once I put it into practice,
that was the mantra.
I have to have an even exchange of
energy. Okay.
Yeah, and the other one was I don't have to help you. Like I'm allowed to help myself. It's not because I don't care, because
right.
That's how much empathy I have for other people when they're hurting. And sometimes in that situation, people tend to cling on to you. Where now I know to separate it. It's like being a messenger. You go when you go, and then it's done. But they tend to want to, you know what I mean? They just want to hang on, and they think that you're the answer. I'm not the answer.
Right. Well, the problem there is when we're in that victimized mentality, we're in that victimhood, we seek a spiritual spark from someone else. And then what we do is to lift our spirits, we find someone who has higher energy than us, and then we absorb from them. Very interesting concept. Let's come right back to this. Point. Okay. Yes, hold that thought, Lisa. Let's come right back to this and go to a word from our sponsor. welcome back, everybody. I am your hostess, Dominique Rivera, the Oracle of Apollo, and you are watching Divine Encounters. We have Lisa Harrison here today, but first, shout out to our sponsor, Intention Pen. We have here this Intention Pen, which allows you to set your intentions using this tool to manifest and assist you. These pens are created exactly for you. The creator is a Reiki practitioner. He makes these from scratch for you. And if you get the Divine Encounters Intention Pen, you're additionally getting a pen attunement from me to an angelic master frequency, as well as a healing session. Right now, we have 11 of the Phoenix pens left, the pen for second chances. And as you guys saw on my on my promotion, I have about 7 places left for an angelic experience, a one-day angelic experience where you're going to learn discernment. You're going to learn to move through fear. You're going to learn how to work with the angels and call on angelic support in any facet of your life. And you're going to work on experiencing them with me. So if this is something you want to do, please message me. Seats are limited, and it's for May 22nd. All right, guys, let's bring our guest back on here. Hey, Lisa.
That sounds great.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
I have to say something.
Yes.
You know, where was I? Okay. So one day I was having a bad day and I went over to Andrew's place. He had a massage place, right? Because I just liked the energy that was in the room. And I knew he was doing a massage, but I came over just to kind of chill. And I remember him coming out, and this is when I just got it. And he said, what, you're here? Did you? I said, no, I just came over here because I was stressed out. And he looked at me and he goes, you can't come over here and leave that energy here. And that is when I got it. And I went, oh my God, what was I thinking? Yeah, okay. So I got it. So I put that into practice. And I have to say that angels, guides, whatever anybody wants to call them, let me tell you, your intuition and your gut is so powerful. And just to my answer to everything now, my mom was like, what do you mean you're moving to Florida? Well, I don't know when, I don't know why, but they'll tell me when. And my mom thinks I'm crazy, you know, but it's so true. And through that, knowing that, you know, whether it be like somebody like you've taught me so much, or my friend Andrew, or just, you know, people that you meet along the way. It's so important because I guess we all need a validation sometimes and confirmation.
We do. We do need validation and confirmation.
Do. A lot of us. And I find that more and more with people all the time. They want to be validated because their insecurities a lot of times like block everything. And it's
Absolutely.
like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything special that you can't do yourself. But
exactly.
You have to do the work, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, and
I agree with that.
It's like, you know, yeah, it's and so
if you want to move forward, there's no way around it.
Doing that.
And I want to point out,
I was just telling
you said about you went to his house and then he's like, you just can't leave that energy here. I feel like we're all too comfortable to dump on other people. We dump on them with phone calls. We dump on them with visits. We dump on them with text messages and emails. And it's just like, as long as I feel better, I don't care what the person receiving is because I'm here to feel better. But an even exchange, like he was teaching you and what we're talking about today, that energy exchange is so that we both leave feeling better, not one person feeling better and the other person feeling tired, depleted, or irritated. And you need to, everyone at home needs to recognize those types of symbiotic relationships in their lives that are not serving them when you're interacting or exchanging energy and you're leaving feeling angry and irritated. And, you know, maybe you need a nap. Recognize that these are not energetically supported exchanges and create boundaries around those people. Don't answer the phone right away. Turn off notifications on your phone in general. You're not a slave to your phone. You only make commitments and honor those commitments when they feel that they are in alignment with you, not out of guilt, not out of responsibility, not out of anything else other than your pure joy.
Those type of commitments bring you joy and make you feel, you know what I mean? When it's an even exchange.
Yes, I want to help you.
That gives you joy.
Absolutely. Yes. Lisa, you have been an absolute pleasure having on today. And thank you for sharing some of your divine experiences with us. Can you let us know where we can connect with you?
Lisa Harrison Tattoos at Facebook or on Instagram too. Yeah, and I'm always here to help somebody, or if you want to get a tattoo, shoot me a message, and see what we can do here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. Are you ready now to switch it up?
Ooh, you're cutting
And we're
out.
going to test. Oh, no. And test all that intuition that we were just talking about a second ago. Those guides, those angels, and those assistants that we have from beyond. And you guys at home as well. Make sure you're inviting the husband and the wife. Bring the kids in. Do this as a collective experience. And we're going to bring Sherry back on. And all together, we're going to play the Apollo games. And we're going to test all of your intuitions now. So, ladies, letting you know if you all get this correctly, you're going to get from me, the Oracle of Apollo, a social distancing high five. All right. But only if you get it correct. And if you don't get it correct, I don't know. I don't even want to fathom what could possibly happen if the incorrect answer so happened to come through. I know. Okay, so here's the question: is what totem animal am I about to reveal?
What totem animal am I about to reveal? Salamander, bison,
Wait, what was that you cut out?
penguin, jaguar. Put your comments in the comment section below now. If you get it right, notice what you felt and comment that as well.
Okay, so the question was, what totem animal am I about to reveal? And the multiple choice answers were salamander, penguin, bison, and jaguar. So you have until the end of this music to put your comment in the comment section below, and for you ladies to get your answer from whoever's assisting you. Oh no, the ether of the interwebs has taken Lisa. What has happened? I don't know where she has gone. There. Miracles are real. Look, she's back. Okay, so Elizabeth says salamander. Shayna says, Sandra says jaguar. La Dama says salamander.
That's what I'm going to say too.
Philly Doug says salamander. Lori says bison. Okay, Sherry, you're the first one up here since you're in the middle. What do you say? What say you?
Salamander.
Mm-hmm. Is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Final answer. And how about you, Lisa?
Jaguar.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
I have a question. What made you decide to switch? What are you feeling?
Switch. Oh, I didn't switch. I think we cut out. Jaguar.
Oh, okay. All right. Final answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You thought I was frozen, but I wasn't.
What totem animal am I about to reveal? Salamander, bison, penguin, jaguar. Put your comments in the comment section below now. If you get it right, notice what you felt and comment that as well. Reveal time! Did you say salamander?
Sherry, you got salamander. High five for you, girl. High five. A lot of you guys got it. High five for everybody at home and on the replay who got it right. Good job. Lisa.
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, yeah. Convenient. How convenient. How convenient.
No, it's not convenient. Actually, I was looking at the 444 that I was seeing on the screen. So
yeah. Fantastic. Okay. So thank you, ladies, for playing that with me. We're going to go now into the midweek collective energy check-in. I'm going to pop you ladies into the back room so you guys can get all a reading. This reading's for everybody. It's for the collective. All right. I'll see you guys in a moment.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
All right, we are going to do 3 cards here. It's going to be the what you need to know, how you can grow, and what you need to let go happening now for the midweek collective energy check-in. So the card we have here for what we need to know is the card of karma, domino effects. Essentially, this is saying what you want to bring back into your world, you must first put out into the world. If you want blessings to occur within your life, you must first be the blessing. Dig deep within yourself, because there is something always that we can give to be a blessing for someone else. We are always the potential to harm or to heal. So where are you at in that part? In that journey of your life, we're never in that neutral state. There's always a polarity pulling against us. And let's see what we have to grow, what we have for grow. This is what we need to know to be, what we want to attract. Move, create that movement, allow this energy to flow through you. The only way we can get this circulation and get out of stagnation is by giving of ourselves so that it can come back to us. And if you're looking for a way to be in the state of receiving, allow yourself to look around you and remove from your energy field, remove from your house, remove from your friends, remove from your relationships, remove from your job, those things that no longer serve you. Stop saying yes to things that are creating blocks, resistances, and resentments and anger in your life. Don't overextend yourself, because when you say yes, every single time you say yes to something you don't actually want to do, that does not bring you joy, that does not make you joyful, filled with joy, you're creating more of that in your life. So it's saying, if I don't like the taste of this food, why am I going to make it again and every night this week for dinner? You don't like it. You don't enjoy it. So stop buying the ingredients to make it and move forward. Okay, let's see what we have for what we need to let go. What we need to let go. Nothing will come of this situation. Very interesting, because this card tells me, it's interesting because we just came out of the full moon on Monday, and this is the void of course moon card. Full moon being that energy of fears, the things that are not complete, the things that are unseen. These could be obstacles. These are false expectations appearing real. This could be anxieties, or this could even be the conspiracies that we create with our mind about our life. Let go of that worry. Let go of that doubt, because those things are actually holding you back. Holding you back from your abundance, holding you back from your resilience. Look, I picked an extra card and what came up, conspiracy. All right. It's holding you back from your resilience and everything that you are meant to imbue and embody. We are not here to survive. We are here to thrive. Let's see what we have for our animal for the week. And thrive. Exactly. This is the perfect animal. We have the hummingbird. The hummingbird is thought of as a bird of not reincarnation, but a bird that takes action, a bird that is a renewal. Okay. So the hummingbird is a bird of renewal. And it's saying turn away from infidelity so that way love can blossom. And infidelity comes to us in so many facets. It can be when we create illusions or conspiracies against our own path. We're being unfaithful to our morals, unfaithful to our beliefs in our heart. How many times can you look around you and in your life in this very moment and say, I did something I didn't want to do? And then we hold on to that energy. But this moves so quickly. It's asking you to step away from that. Step away from the judgments and the criticisms and allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to move forward. Okay, let's see what we have here from the angels. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So this is the bell rang just for us. This is a card of abundance. It's basically saying here, your financial needs, your physical needs, your earthly needs are being met in this time. We just have to be open to it. We have to be ready to receive it in love and gratitude. But we also have to be the ones to express that love and that gratitude for what we currently have. Because if you can do a lot with a little, universe will bless you tenfold and give you a lot, because universe will know that what you had, you've created much. And with this much, you will create more. And then we have the angel blessings. We have Angel Casio blessing the collective with romance, ooh la la, and Angel Casio blessing the collective with grace. Make sure you're claiming this in the comment section below. Angels always want to assist you, uplift you, elevate you, and transmute you. You have to be first willing and invite them into your energy field. So claiming these blessings into your life is you inviting the angels to assist you in whichever manner that looks like into your life. Okay, so you guys can screenshot this if you feel like you want to, but that is the midweek collective energy check-in, and I hope that that serves you all. We're going to bring my ladies back up here. Hey, my ladies. So in like a little brief, how do you feel, Sherry, about this midweek collective energy check-in? How does it serve you today?
It's nailing everything pretty much on the head on what I need to do to go further along on my journey.
And how about for you, Lisa?
It's validating and confirmation of what I've been currently working on. So it's exciting.
Perfect. All right. So now we're going to go and give Sherry, who is the winner of the week. Yay! She's the winner this week. So she's going to get a special message today. That is funny. Did you hear me shuffling the cards? You did? Okay. You're going to laugh at this. You ready? Because I shuffled and you received the karma card again, the one that we just had. The one that we just had, you just got. That is hilarious. But with it, instead, you have the commitment card. So it's saying commit to your path, commit with passion, commit with devotion, commit with strength. And what I want to say here is more like commit with expectation. Speak with expectation. Right. Allow yourself to see it in your mind's eye and then commit to the journey. And when the obstacles come, which they will, right?
Get rid of them.
They won't be mountains. They won't be hurdles. They'll be speed bumps. And you might have to slow down to get over it. But guess what? It's not insurmountable. It is not impossible. And you are more than capable of doing it. And if you commit, your guardian angel, because that's what this card is, your guardian angel is there to assist you, support you, and elevate you, and also show you that they're with you every step of the way. Let's see what we need to let go of. Be bold and make the first move, Sherry. Cardinal moon. It's almost like inside your inner knowing, you're recognizing what is for you, all right? You're recognizing that you need to take steps in that direction, and they might be scary steps. They might require you to take a risk, but they're saying here, if you make it, we are going to catch you. And this is why in this moment in time, you're receiving this message. Take note of the messages and whisper and secrets adrift on the breeze. Okay, so take understanding that they are communicating with you. They're letting you know, here, you need support in this area. We're gonna make it happen. Don't let your limited thinking or your old programming of lack, insufficiency, not enough to perpetuate that story forward. Tell yourself today who you are going to be tomorrow and don't waver from that, because you will be in alignment with that aspect of yourself. Then you have the King of Water card, which is the most balanced king in all the deck. He is the king of intuition, but also emotions. And he's the only king that demonstrate this masculine and female energy. And it says, open your heart and mind to those around you who are trustworthy and have heartfelt advice. Charity work is also here, assisting others and being service to others. But for me, this is kind of like that even exchange that we've been talking about throughout the program. What did I say? I did not stutter. Angel Celestina blessing you with support, girl. Everything is coming in because they hear you and they want you to have more than enough. Then you have Angel Gabriel blessing you with healing. Healing is coming, movement is coming, support is coming, and all you have to do is claim this today. And I hope that this serves you.
Oh, yes, darling. I claim it wholeheartedly. Open to receive. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Is there anything you want to make like a 1-minute statement about this reading for yourself?
I will be a divine healer.
Yes. I know you will. I know you will.
I
And you
will
are.
be.
You are. You are.
I am. I
Yes.
am.
You are.
I
You're just
am.
remembering it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, my dear, for being here so much.
Thank
Lisa,
you.
thank you so much for being here. Is there anything you want to give to the collective, a message, a thought, a Jerry Springer thought, as they say, Lisa?
Practice, 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 and know that you're not alone. And all you have to do is ask your guides for help and practice, and look forward to the future because there's a lot of blessings coming. Let the
The
little
best is
stuff
ahead of
go.
us.
And there's magic everywhere. That's about it.
Thank you, Lisa, so very much.
Thank you
And
so
thank you
much.
all of you ladies and gentlemen at home who are watching this feed every Sunday and Wednesday night. I am live streaming and I would love to hear your stories. So if you have a supernatural experience, please email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com because I would love to host you as well as have you on the show. And thank you to our sponsors, Intention Pen, today. And thank you to you all at home, because without you all, we can't create divine experiences, right? This is a collective effort and it takes a village. And I want you guys to know going forward today, it's not meant to be easy. And the reason for that, if it was easy, you'd find no value in it. It's difficult at times because universe will never give you more than you can handle. And it's difficult because you haven't unlocked the full potential of your soul and unlocked that or mastered that facet of yourself. And that's why these obstacles present themselves to us, is so that we can have self-mastery over these obstacles that are presented in our lives. And then when we do, we elevate ourselves and go into a state of higher frequency that we never even thought was possible. And that, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, that discovery of ourselves and getting to know who we are in our truest core, because we are limited by our thoughts and don't even comprehend the fullness or the extension of the universe's love and promise upon our life. And with that being said, I hope you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember that divine always has your back. Ciao.
Divine.